to this evening is a young man who tells me that I gave him a blessing when he was doing SEA. No, it was common entrance at the time. He old enough for that. And you know, he said he passed. If he didn't pass, he'd have probably blamed me for that. But he has come a long way because he has dared to say, I don't care where I'm from, I will make good. And one of the great things about the whole I-95 network is that over the years, it has always given young people a chance. And so today, he is part of RED, and he's doing a great job on RED, as he himself has his own aspirations beyond just working for the CCN group of companies. And I like that. I like that when somebody from Laventille, from any one of the so-called depressed communities, dares to think, I don't have to spend the rest of my life working for somebody. I could create my own life. So I give you Mr. Richard Trumpet.
I think I'll have to stand like Father Harvey. Specially invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Richard Sheldon Trumpet from Picton Road, Laventille. I went to Our Lady of Laventille RC School. And there's a motivational speaker by the name of Les Brown who made a statement, never ever let someone's opinion of you become your reality. And being from Laventille, it's very, very easy to let someone's opinion of you become your reality unless you make the right choice. Now, after secondary school, one of my very first jobs was a music store, a CD store on Frederick Street. And one day I overheard the mother of the proprietor of the store talking to a store clerk. And she told her, when he pour the rubbish in the evening, go and check the rubbish and make sure he ain't put nothing in the rubbish to double back and come back and take it. There's the part of the statement that threw me. She said, because you know how them people from behind the bridges. And I was first very, very upset. Very upset. But then I thought about it, and I thought about the choice. And I said, am I going to let this lady's opinion of me become my reality as a representative of Laventille? I said no. I made the decision to leave that job in my anger and in my haste. Looking back now, I realize it's haste. And I decided, you know what, Trumpet? You need more for yourself as somebody representing your community. By the way, I still live in Laventille. And I left school with 2 O-level passes. I went to Woodbrook Government Secondary. And thank you. And my father was disappointed. He didn't vocalize his disappointment much, but I knew he was disappointed. Not because he wanted to go about and boast, hey, my son gets so amount of passes. But he knew I could have done better. He left to work in the United States, and I decided after I left that job, you know what? I'm going to go back to school. But at this point, I had to pay because I made the choice when I got it for free not to capitalize on it. But I learned my lesson. I got a job in a pharmacy in the evening from 3 to 11, and I went to elders classes during the day from like about 9:30 till 2:30. So you see how long my day was. But I worked and I worked and I worked, being powered by that statement that lady made about me. And I got 7 passes. My father was so proud when he came back from the US that I didn't even finish paying for all my studies. And he realized, all right, he working in the day. I mean, he going to class in the day, he working in the evening, I'll help him out. Although he made the mistakes that he made before. So at that point, I realized my first dream, because I always wanted to work in a shirt and tie. Always wanted to be a shirt and tie guy. So I got a job at Custard as an accounts clerk, and I'm working. But somehow something took in me. This is not my passion. This is not what I'm passionate about. And if you know me, you know that I've always been passionate about music. So I decided, you know what? I'm going to go towards my passion. And I met somebody who I consider my big brother up till today, Darryl Braxton. He was the person who started the careers of Nadia Batson, KMC, and Bunchy Garland, to name a few. And he saw something in me, and he said, you know what, Trumpet? I'll give you that chance. Just come up with the right song. I will handle everything. I'll record you. I'll pay for everything. So day and night, I writing song. I go in Custard in the day, and whole night, I writing song after song. And I'm going by Darryl every day. He said, nah, that tune ain't good. Nah, that tune ain't good. Until one day, he said, yes, this is the song. Let me record you. He recorded me. But what do you think happened? When I recorded this song, everybody gasped up. I met Iowa George for the first time. He said, Braxton, I don't know where he does find them, but this boy has something. I met Bunchy Garland. He listened to the song. He said, where you working? I say, Custard. He said, lead our work. You going to be a star. So everybody gasped up. I tell myself, yes, boy. Just so happened that my big brother, the producer of the song, had a falling out with the general manager of a radio station. And at that point in time, if your song ain't play on that radio station, you could forget. And that's what happened to me and this song that everybody was so sure about. Because he say, any song produced by that producer, don't play it. So there went my dream. I went into a depression for months. I was depressed. I didn't want to hear a song. I didn't want to talk to people, nothing. And then one day I got this crazy idea. The radio stopped my dream? Man, I go in and work on the radio. And I go play my own song on the radio. But that's a different story by itself, because it didn't work out that way, but we'll leave that for another time. But I took a loan from the bank. I did broadcasting. And I decided that I wanted to work on that very same station that didn't want to play my song. They must give me a work. So I put together a bio, a resume, a demo, pictures, and I put it in an envelope. And I went to stand up in front of that radio station every single day for a week before I went to my job at Custard to try and see the program director to give him the envelope. It took me about 6 days. Eventually I saw him one morning and I gave it to him. A week passed, 2 weeks passed, nothing. I say, you know what? You know this is your passion, you know you believe in yourself. Forget about the shirt and tie. This is not you. And I wrote my resignation letter after 2 weeks. I didn't have nothing to go, no job to fall back on. I just had this gut feeling that I had to take the plunge. So I wrote my resignation letter, I gave it to the director, and that very same evening, program director called me. I listened to your demo. Sounding good. We want to have a little meeting with you. Went to the meeting. I got my job on that radio station. I say, boy, they ain't gonna stop me from playing my song now. And that's where my dream started. On radio. Now, I'm one of the hosts of the #1 urban morning show in Trinidad and Tobago, and also the #1 love program on a Sunday evening, Confessions. And that was me believing in myself, because I wanted, when somebody mentioned the name Richard Trumpet from Laventille, do you see, ah boy, another Laventillian doing great things. And also something I've learned myself is that you always had to keep on doing what your heart and your gut telling you, because you may not know who is looking at you and being inspired by you. And the thing about it as well is that someone else in my community of Laventille might decide they want to work on radio. And they might go to a radio station for a job and they'll ask, where you from? I'm from Laventille. Hey, you're from Laventille, so you know Richard Trumpet, he does be on 96 and all thing. So there I would have put a connection with my name, my community, and my achievement. And I would be blazing the trail for someone else from my community to make the right choice. So I'm just here to say to all my Laventillian brothers and sisters, make the right choice and don't let someone else's opinion of you become your reality. Thank you.
That was Mr. Richard Trumpet, one of the presenters on Red 96.7, the most popular urban station that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago, giving his story of how he rose from being an unknown person to one of the more popular radio announcers that we have here in Trinidad and Tobago. I'd like to remind you that you're listening to your favorite station, I-95.5 FM.